Long time ago, in Idemili, there lived two brothers called Obiora and Nonso, the sons of late Mr. Okafo and Mrs. Obianiju. Their lives turned around after the death of their father. They decided to be everything their father would have been to their mother, especially Obiora, the senior son. One night, Obianiju called her two sons and said to them, "My children, Obiora and Nonso, thank you for all you have been doing since your father passed. Thank you for not dragging his good name to the mud. I called you here tonight to tell you that we have to go into farming at the piece of land close to the river so we can have enough to eat, and then, if possible, Nonso continues his education." Nonso said, I can't do farming, no. I want to go to school." Then Obiora turned to his brother and said, "Don't be too hard on Mama. You know when we leave here, she will go and start crying again." He turned to his mother and said, "Mama, we will do as you have said. And please don't worry, because light will surely shine at the end of the tunnel." He helped his mother to her room and didn't leave until she slept. As early as 6 o'clock the next morning, Obiora woke Nonso up and said, "My brother, I know you love school so well, but as it is, we have to do this farm work as Mama suggested, so we can save for your examination fee." "Oh," Nonso said, "I don't know why Papa died though at this crucial moment. I didn't beg them to bring me to this life. Mama should be able to cater for us without us undergoing so much stress. You have finished your secondary school waiting for admission, while I'm yet to enroll for my WAEC and NECO. How can my mates be in the class learning and I'll be in the farm? Obiora, check it now. Is it fair?" Obiora closed his brother's mouth and said, "Please don't allow Mama to hear. If we allow her to develop high blood pressure because of this, we might lose her as well and become orphans. No, so this is what we will do. You will go to school and I will run around by clearing people's farm for 2 weeks just to raise money for your enrollment. And thereafter, I will continue with our own farm with Mama. Is that okay?" "It is," Nonso said. "Now give me that smile," Obiora requested, and Nonso smiled. Obiora continued, "I didn't eat my agidi last night. You can warm it and then have it as breakfast before leaving for school. Let me quickly go and meet Mazi with Chamber if he has a farmland I can clear." Nonso thanked his brother so well and promised not to disappoint him. Obianiju, their mother, woke up and found the house empty. She quickly prepared and made her way to the farm, but was shocked as there were nowhere to be found in or around the farm. Many things went through her mind, and she couldn't do anything at all in the farm. She made her way home and sat right in front of the house. Later that day, Obiora returned with some foodstuffs and met his mother outside. "Mama, what is it? Why are you sitting all alone here? Have you started thinking again?" he asked. "No, my child. I woke up and found everywhere empty. So I went straight to the farm as I was thinking both of you would be there. But I was shocked to see that none of you were in or around the farm. I have asked more than 7 people if they had seen you today, but none gave me a positive response. And so I just decided to sit outside here. Where is Nonso, your brother?" "Oh, Mama, when I woke him up this morning, he insisted he wanted to go to school as he can't be in the farm while his mates are in school studying. I thought of it as well and came up with a plan to go clear people's farmland for 2 weeks. By then, I would have raised the money for his examination enrollment before facing our own farm. So it was Mazi Chamber's farm I went to today. And to God be the glory, Mama. I was paid 5,000 naira. I used 2,000 naira to buy this stuff from Mama Ekene's shop. So please, you have to keep this 3,000 naira for Nonso's examination fee. Chai! Obiwamo, his mother exclaimed. As you're sacrificing all this for your brother, my God will bless you. As your mother, I pray for you that your joy will not be cut off and you will live longer than your father. Amen, Obiora said. Nonso returned, met his brother and mother outside and greeted. After that, he said, the government had paid for 50% of the examination fee, so we just have 11,000 naira only to raise. Ah, that's good news, Obiora said. We are getting close to 11,000 naira then. Nonso asked, getting close? Have you seen any? Yes, my brother. We have 3,000 naira now, and I promise by next week you would have paid for your examination fee in full. God bless you, my brother. I am really, really grateful, Nonso said. That's all right. Go and undress, and then let's cook. No, Obianuju said. You both need to rest. My son Obiora, you're already doing more than your age. Your father will be very proud of you. She quickly prepared the nubu soup, and they ate together as a family, prayed and slept. Obiora worked so hard and was able to fulfill his promise. He made sure they had food once or twice daily. He had finished working on other people's farm and started out with theirs. He cultivated yam, maize, and okra with the help of his mother, and all the crops did so well. Several weeks had passed, and also checked his results and cleared all his papers. He brought his result home, showed it to his mother and brother Obiora, and his brother looked at his palm with a lot of blisters and said to Nonso, you may not understand, but this is a proud senior brother moment for me. Thank you for making these blisters on my palm worth it. Obianuju, as an African mother, could not control her tears. She held the both of them and said, you both are the reason I find life worth living after your father's demise. Please don't allow anything corrupt this love. I beg you. Don't allow anything at all, including marriage. Yes, Mama, they both answered. It was time for harvest, and they recorded a bountiful harvest. They divided it into 3 parts, one for consumption, another for the next planting season, and then they sold the rest. The money realized was so much, and Obiora and his brother obtained jam form. Obiora passed his, why Nonso failed. Obiora was sad and he called his brother lazy. On their way to the farm, he told more than 5 people that Nonso failed his jam. This made Nonso very angry, and from annoyance, it grew into bitterness and then hatred. Obiora got admission into the university to study business administration. He was so excited, and when he was leaving home, he told Nonso to always create time to read so that he can join him the next year. Obiora registered in the university, paid his school fees, and was managing with the little amount his mother sent from the farm. After 1 year, Nonso passed his JAMB, got admission to study medicine. Obiora was very happy for him, but he said to his mother, to get admission into medicine is not a small feat at all. It really showed that Nonso studied so hard this time. The only challenge is that the school fees of medicine is 3 times higher than mine. And Mama, you alone can't shoulder it. So this is what we will do. Since medicine is more marketable than business administration, I will drop out for Nonso and make sure he lacks nothing in school. He then met Nonso and said, You will have to promise us that you will remember where you're coming from and face your studies in school, as there are so many things that will distract you, but only discipline will keep you in check. Go and make Mama and I proud, and most importantly, yourself. Thank you, Obiora, and trust me, I know where I'm coming from, he said. And last year that I found while you were in school, I already swore that I would take my education serious in order to come out of poverty. Obianuju laughed and said, Nonso, lazy boy. But it's a good thing you experienced it. At least that will help you keep your eyes on the goal when you get to school. Obiora went to the school since Nonso got admitted into a different school, packed all his belongings and returned home. Nonso resumed school and was so happy that the admission came at the right time, because that was the only route to escape farm work. Obiora was so committed in sending his brother money and also started going to the markets to market other people's goods. He would simply add a little amount to what the real owners of the goods are selling and take his own gain. He was so blessed with this because he didn't have to wait for harvesting season before having enough money. He saved up a little and bought a grinding engine for his mother, since people in Demidi trek a distance before grinding their beans for moi moi and akara, and even corn for pap. With this, he was able to hire workers for his farm and only goes to inspect once in a while. Nonso became more comfortable in school because his brother and mother outdid themselves in sending money to him. He became more focused and had little or nothing bothering him again. Obiora was able to start up his own business in the markets after 2 years. He was so prudent in spending and barely changed clothes or shoes. He was identified with just 2 polos and knickers and a palm slippers, but he was never bothered because his brother was his first priority. After several years, Nonso graduated and soon got employed into a big hospital. His mother was very happy, but somehow she noticed Nonso's cold behavior towards his brother. Obiora was happy as well for his blood, and he said, "We now have a medical doctor in the lineage of Okafo. Nonso, my brother, thank you for not squandering our money. May people who are sick come to you and go back healed." "Enough," Nonso said. "You keep reminding me that I went to school with your money. If you don't mind, calculate all you have spent on me so I can refund." Obianuju gave him a dirty slap and said, "Keep quiet and apologize to your brother immediately. You should not even dream of this, not to talk of voicing it out to your brother." Nonso, your brother put his life on hold for you to become a doctor. And just by appreciating you for going to school and not squandering his money, yes, his money, you look at his eyes and you opened your mouth to tell him enough. Just look at your brother's hands. Look at his face. See stress all over him just because of you. When your brother is in the market, you don't need to stress yourself looking for him. Just look for this polo he has on or the other one hanging on the line and you will see him. All because of you. Not that he can't afford good clothes, but he chose to be the sacrificial lamb for your rising, and you had the guts to tell him enough. At this time, Obiora was soaked in tears, and memories were just flashing in his mind, especially when he was bitten by a snake in the farm, which he never mentioned to anyone, which was the major reason he moved into the markets to hustle. His mother went to him and said, "Obim, the beginning of my strength, my own special gift from heaven, my husband and my child, the one who operates in ancient wisdom. You have proven your love for me and your brother countless times, and love forgives. Please don't hold this against your brother. He has exhibited that he is still a child, no matter his age. Please, one more." Obiora sighed. and said, Mama. To say I'm shocked is an understatement. But I know something must have led to it, because there is no smoke without a fire. What you will help me do is to ask Nonso, my only brother, what I have done that made him to talk to me like that in such an ungodly manner. I can simply apologize. But Mama, those words are like bullets targeted to my chest. They pierced him so deeply, but I have forgiven him. The next morning, Nonso was ready to go back to the city to resume work. And his brother said, Nonso, can we please talk before you travel back? No, he responded. Time waits for no man. He left without looking back. Obianuju came out, met Obiora and said, don't ever regret that you sacrificed for your brother. What you did was sowing a good seed. And as your mother, unless you didn't suckle from this breast, Obiora, my son, though you do not go to school, not just because you don't have the brain to, but because you wanted the best for your younger brother, all the days of your life, you will keep meeting people that will sacrifice for you. Mama, I know that you are praying for me, but these words are making me emotional, Obiora said. Let it out, my son. Just let it out. It is okay to cry. You are not a weakling. You are brave. You are resilient. You are a good father to us. You are your father's son. Obiora, your goodwill will never turn to evil. Obianuju said in tears. They are both engaged in what we can simply call a crying competition, because Obiora will want to stop and her mother will continue, and vice versa. Many years passed, and they have both grown into men, still not in good terms, with Obiora not having a slightest idea of what he had done wrong. They were married, and also prevented his wife and his only son from interacting with Obiora, his wife, and 2 girls. This became a great concern to Obianuju, who was already aged. How our 2 lovely boys could stay years without seeing or hearing from each other. Obiora had already put everything behind him because he had searched his heart and was convinced that he didn't wrong his brother in any way. He only hoped that he would come around someday. His business prospered. He opened another for his wife, and they were very comfortable. Nonso's wife and son kept talking about traveling home to see Mama, Obiora, and his family. But whenever that topic is being brought up, he will scold them and say, over his dead body. One day, his son said to him, Dad, can I ask you a question? Why not? Nonso answered. Why are you making me scared of marriage and bearing children? How? Nonso asked in great shock, because that word is too deep to neglect. I will tell you how, his son said. You have only one brother, no sister, no other brother, just Uncle Obiora. And it's been years you saw or spoke to him. And because he stays in the same compound with Mama, you extended the hate to her. I'm just putting myself in Grandma's shoe, seeing her 2 children, family men, in an unending war. Have you ever thought of the emotional trauma Grandma will be going through? As a doctor, I don't need to explain that to you. You are only creating fear in me because I don't want to experience what Grandma was going through as a parent. Then, don't marry, Nonso said. Get out from here and never you bring up this issue again for discuss. Down in the village of Idemili, Obiora's wife fell sick and was referred by the village hospital to a specialist hospital in the city. Obiora hired a taxi, and when they got to the hospital, he was surprised to see Nonso as the doctor on duty. He was grateful to God that his wife would be attended to, at least his sacrifices would be remembered. He could not believe his ears when Nonso said that the only thing that will make him attend to his wife is if their late father show up in the hospital that minute. Obiora fainted and was revived by the nurses around. The only thing he kept on saying to the nurses was, "Please describe any other hospital around. My wife must not die." That doctor you are seeing there is my younger brother, my one and only. I dropped out of school just so he can become a doctor that he is today. The nurses were surprised at the level of the wickedness of Dr. Nonso, even to his own blood brother. One of the nurses sneaked out to call another doctor who came in no time to attend to Obiora's wife. Obiora continued, "Our father died when I was done with secondary school and Nonso still in SS3. Our mother called us one night and said that Nonso we have to drop out of school since there was no money at that time, so we can farm for a whole year and then raise money. My brother said to me the next morning when I've woken him up for us to go to the farm that he wants to go to school. I told him to go while I do menial jobs to raise money for his examination fee. God helped me and the money was raised within 2 weeks. We both wrote JAM and I passed and got admission into the university to study business administration. The next year, he passed his own JAM and got admitted to study medicine. The greatest mistake that I did for that ungrateful soul was to drop out of school for him to study medicine. I work in people's farm and my farm just to make sure that he lacked nothing in school together with our mother. I was beaten by a snake all because of that boy. But I didn't stop because I thought I was sacrificing for a human being. I went into the market. I will stand at the junction and ask people what they wanted to buy. I will add my own little percentage to the price, and if they agree, I will carry them into a shop, sell for them, and then take my own little profits. Just because I wanted to fulfill my youngest brother's vision of going to school. Now, Nonso cannot even remember one thing that I've done right. And what is killing me the most is the fact that he has added our mother to his hatred. What have I done wrong? What has my mother done wrong? Both of us don't know. And now my beloved wife is battling for her life. And Nonso, that is who he is, with my sweat, had refused to attend to her. He showed his hands and said, "These blisters you see are my evidence. These blisters are what made Nonso a doctor." The nurse who contacted another doctor assured him that his wife would be fine. They spent 1 week in that hospital and Nonso didn't bother checking up on them for a second. They got discharged and went back to Idemili. When they arrived, Obiora narrated all that had happened and Obianuju collapsed immediately. She was revived with water but pretended to be weak. She asked Obiora to carry her to that hospital. Obiora refused and said, "Mama, I don't want you to be ridiculed by that ungrateful soul. I will take you to another hospital." But Obianuju insisted, and Obiora doesn't like offending his mom at all, so he carried her there. When Nonso saw his mother, he quickly wanted to attend to her. Obianuju stood up and laid a curse on him. She said, "For causing me pain and sleepless nights, Nonso, all the days of your life, you will help people and receive ingratitude as appreciation." Obiora was asking his mother to stop as Nonso was still his child. But Obianuju refused. She said, "I watch how you post your life for this ingrate, and he wanted your wife to die just because of wickedness. What did you do to him? My son, nothing, because you both grew under my nose." "Oh, really?" Nonso said. "So you were there on our way to the farm when he told more than 5 people that I was lazy and failed my JAM, and now he wants the failure to associate with him." "Ah!" Obiora exclaimed. "So this little thing of more than 20 years is what you head on to?" "Ah, Nonso, I only saw it as a means of propelling you for the next journey in order to sit up. If I saw you as a failure, would I have left school for you? No, so this is not even that serious now. Haba. But you held on to it for more than 20 years. And because of this little thing, my family and yours are not in good terms. Because of these little things, you turned your back on your own mother. And my wife's life almost went in as well. No, so I am so sorry. But please, you have to untie yourself from the beast unforgiveness had turned you into. At this time, Obianuju was already holding his hands and dragging him out of the hospital. When they got home, Obiora knelt down and begged his mom to cancel those curses he laid on his holy brother. Meanwhile, Nonso received call 30 minutes after they left the hospital that his wife and son were involved in a ghastly accident that claimed their lives. Obianuju reversed the course even without being aware of the sad incident that had occurred. Obiora's two daughters were so intelligent and they were given full scholarship to study medicine and surgery in the UK. 2 weeks later, Nonso summoned the courage to visit Demili on a Sunday. He met his brother and asked for his forgiveness. He said, "Really, you didn't do any wrong to me. I was ungrateful, proud, and I thought I had arrived. I will not need either you or Mama in my glorious phase. But my world has finally crumbled. My son and my wife died 30 minutes after you and Mama left the hospital." Obiora felt so much pity. Nonso continued, "Please, my brother, forgive me and help me beg Mama to accept me back as a prodigal son." Obiora said, "It is a pity. So sorry for the loss of your child and wife. I have forgiven you long time before now. Though as a human, I was hurt, but it's okay, especially now that you have realized your mistakes. Unforgiveness cages you and not the offender, because you will eventually turn from being a good person into a bad one and finally a beast if not controlled. My brother, as long as you are still alive, people must offend you, but you owe yourself the responsibility of forgiving them, not because of them, but because of you. You can tell that as we are talking right now, that you will feel free right in your mind and experience great peace. That's why it's important to forgive. Mama has forgiven you as well and cancelled the curse. So let's go and greet her together." When they got to their mother's house, Obianuju welcomed them warmly and said, "Now this is it. You can't keep grudge against your brother and expect me to be happy. But seeing you together has extended my life to 10 more years. They laughed and said, "Amen, no, even 15 more years. Obianuju said, "Hold on, let me cook delicious onugbu soup so that you and your brother can eat from the same plate again." When she went in to cook, Nonso asked of Obiora's wife and children. Obiora said his wife had gone for CWO meeting, while his children are now in the UK studying medicine and surgery on full scholarship. Nonso was so happy, congratulated his brother and said, "It is safe to give you a chieftaincy title, Chief Obiora Akanazu Doctors," meaning Chief Obiora, the hand that trains doctors. They both laughed over it. Nonso suggested that they team up to build Mama a 3-bedroom bungalow to befit their status. Obiora bought the idea and said, "In that case, Mama will have to come and stay with you while we pull this down and welcome her back from your place with the new building." Nonso said, "I missed you, my brother, the good planner." Their mother brought the food and they all ate together, and she blessed them from the depth of her heart. Obiora then said to her, "Mama, you will have to go back with Nonso. Go and spend some months with your son because he has a lot of things to tell you." Obianuju didn't hesitate because she had truly missed him. She followed Nonso back to the city the next morning. When they got to the city, Nonso informed her of the accident that claimed the lives of his wife and son, and how they were buried the next day because their bodies scattered beyond recognition. Obianuju was heartbroken and wished she never laid those curses. She apologized to her son and said, "You will marry again when you are ready, and you will not bury your wife and children again." After 8 months in the city, Obianuju was tired and said she wanted to go back to Demile. Nonso didn't resist because they had finished the building. When they arrived in Demile, Obianuju thought she was dreaming until she touched the building. She was very happy, but at the same time, she started crying and calling her husband to wake up and see what God has done for them. Obiora consoled her and said, "Mama, you know your tears do something great to my heart. Don't do this now. Let's not spoil the celebration moments with mournings." She quickly wiped her tears and told them, "My children, come, come." She hugged them and prayed for them again. 2 years on, Nonso got married again to an Demile indigene. His family and that of Obiora became so close that they barely stayed 2 weeks without seeing each other. Hey, African Tales by Kama Tribe. I know you learned a lot of things from this story again, but I would like to share this with you. In case you are watching this video and you still have someone in mind that you haven't forgiven, I urge you to do so. I know the grief is intense. I know the offense was so grief, but you just have to forgive for you, for your peace, for your freedom. Untie yourself from the shackles of unforgiveness, and I know that very soon you will be healed. God bless you. If you have not subscribed, please do, and let's interact again in the comment section until I bring another story your way again. It's a bye from here. God bless you.